Alright, welcome back everyone. So today we have a problem from the Cono team selection test, which asks to show that this equation, 10 to the n minus 1 over 3, has equals a squared plus b squared, has infinitely many solutions in positive integers. Okay, so first things first, a squared plus b squared is usually not divisible by 3. Yeah, in order for a squared plus b squared to be divisible by 3, I mean, as a special case of a very general theorem, if you want this to work, you require that a and b are divisible by 3, because the only squares are 0 and 1 mod 3, so you need 0 plus 0. So any solution must have 3 divides ab, and hence 9 divides 10 to the n minus 1 over 3. So in other words, by exponent lifting, we ought to have n equals 3k, I think is the condition you want. Chat is correct. You can more strongly say that v3 of n is exactly 1, but for now let me just read it this way. So we will not lose anything by replacing n with 3k. So let's just do that. We want 1000 to the k minus 1 over 3 equals a squared plus b squared. And so this is the point where I say, thanks, yeah, my keyboard is really nice. I need to clean it sometime actually. It's starting to get kind of gross. So those of you that happen to be at my high school talk 2 weeks ago, which I think is basically no one here, might remember what I taught you about a squared plus b squared, which is that numbers of this form work if and only if a number is a sum of 2 squares exactly when it is the... what do I want to say? Every 3 mod 4 prime factor appears with even multiplicity. Yes, keyboard is slanted. Oh, I'm sorry. There. Okay, so this is a bit tricky now, because I'm like looking at this, I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to control prime factors? You need to be able to control prime factors on the left, which is a little difficult unless we are smart about it. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let k equals 2 to the ebb. I think this will just work. Because, what will this equal? This will be 1/3 times 99 times 1000 plus 1 times 1000 squared plus 1 times 1000 to the 4 plus 1 up to 1000 to the 2 to the k minus 1 plus 1. Someone type setup in the chat. It'll link all the peripherals and whatever. It is a Dvorak keyboard. I pulled out all the keycaps and rearranged them in a Dvorak layout. So, I think this just works now, because this is like 1/3 times 99 is 333, which is like 3 squared times 37, right? So all these numbers are sums of squares. Actually, I guess this one isn't. Shit. 1001 is... oh no. Oh crap. Oh, that's sad. I thought this was gonna work. What is 1001? It's a product of a lot of bad primes, right? What are the bad primes that divide 1001? 7 and 11. Yeah, okay, so the 13 is fine. What if I just augment k by like 7 times 11? And let a equals 10 to the 3 times 7 times 11. Or shoot, I should use a again. C, we'll call it C. Okay, so now this is c plus 1. C squared plus 1. C to the 4 plus 1. Okay, anyways, so those guys are squares. So the only thing I'm worried about is c plus 1. I have arranged so that c plus 1 is divisible by things. So if c plus 1 equals... so c is 10 times 3 times 7 times 11 plus 1. And I'm hoping that after I divide out the factor of 7 squared and the factor of 11 squared that divides this number, the resulting number will be a sum of squares. Can we make this more family friendly? What does family friendly mean? Oh, does n have to be odd? Does even n not work? Oh, did I swear? I didn't even realize. I'm sorry. I have a lot of things, but polite is not really one of them. I'll swear when I'm mad. I'm sorry. So, like, as long as this one number is okay, we're good to go. But I don't know if this number is okay. I also don't know if there's a way we can actually factor that number by hand. Wait, actually, I think I'm confusing myself. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. There's a C minus 1 as well. It's not C plus 1, it's C minus 1. So C minus 1 is 10 to the 3. Oh, jeez. That's actually really bad news. I think there's pretty little chance that is not. Okay, so that's where we stand. Is C squared minus... So... If I modify this approach and fix some letters... So first of all, I have some typos already. This is 2 to the k minus 1. So the c squared minus 1 is the problematic term. And I want... If I let this be, let's say, L, and be like 3L. Then I get c squared minus 1. So essentially, I want 10 to the 3L minus 1. Sorry, 10 to the 6L minus 1 to be a sum of squares for any value of L. That's the thing I'm hoping for. It's not even 0 mod 11? What's wrong? Wait, what? Wait, am I being stupid? Is 10 to the odd power not divisible by 7 times 11? Wait, what? Okay. I will move on. Okay, so as long as the point is, as long as I can get a single value of L for which 10 to the 6L minus 1 is a sum of squares, I'm fine. And then the rest of this junk can do whatever it wants, because these are all sums of squares, so things are fine. Yeah, but the problem is 10 to the 6L minus 1 for... is always divisible by 11 and always divisible by 7, right? Those are two bad primes. So I think I need L divisible by 7 times 11 anyways, but I don't know if that's sufficient. I might be going down the wrong road. 6L minus... Oh, yeah, there should be a 1/3, yeah. I mean, my feeling is that it's implausible that there's no value of hell for which this is some squares. Like, I bet L equals 77 actually just works. 13 and 37 are fine. Yeah, no, 7 and 11, like... I'm gonna run out of letters. I mean, here we are. Our question is that a sum of squares? Thank you, Calculus, for the follow. V77. Not need a single solution for even n. I agree. Yeah, so you guys are saying that I shouldn't do this factorization this way. I should pick k to be, well, sort of equivalent anyways. I guess this is worse because I'm committing to something earlier. Why do I have a 3 here? Now I'm confused. I think you're right though. Like, if you get any solution k, then just by doubling it repeatedly, it's fine. So we only need to find a single solution. In which case, why can't I take k equals 1? Wait, what? A single even solution, sorry. Single even number that works. Yeah. Okay, I think we're on the same page. V77 is V7 and V11. No, the thing is, I only need one even solution, and then I'm fine. So the thing I have written on the board, yeah, it's equivalent to that. Alternatively, I can try to look for an infinite family of odd solutions, I guess. That seems worse to me, though. Shout out to Don't Read Iman's message, there are spoilers. Okay. Should I just try to factor this number? There's way too big, right? There's no way. Is there any chance I can factor this number? I just want a single number such...
Don't be afraid to borrow. Chord progressions, sounds.
Oh my god, why?
Little ditties, tiny things. Just snatch them all up.
What would an odd... n equals 1 is a solution. Does like... Wait, sorry, not net 1, 3. Am I supposed to like look at parts of 3 instead? I don't think that should work though, because the... Is like 1,000,000 and 1,001 a prime? Important question. No, sorry. I mean, there's a factor of 3. Okay, no. 3, 3, 3, 6, 6, 7. Is that number prime? That's totally inaccessible. Wait, so what am I supposed to do? Because like for any n greater than 1, I can't even verify by hand that it's a sum of squares or something, right? Like for any n greater than 1, being able to show it's a sum of squares is the same as basically being able to factor the number, and I don't think I can do that. I just don't think I can. So there's... It's the fastest to determine. Christmas is hard because it requires you to prime factorize that, right? Like if you're talking about runtime. Factoring is a hard problem. Or at least we think it's a hard problem. It's not NP complete, so we don't know for sure. It's not even NP hard, I think. It's just NP. Okay, yeah, I feel like what I want is This feels really bad. I actually need to be able to say something about these prime factors. Like, do I even know if 1,000,001 is like 3 times the prime? Why would that be true? Actually, if that's true, that's actually bad for me. I want it to be prime, but there's definitely not as a factor of 3. It doesn't have a factor of 9 though. Meaning I can't pick k equals 3. I guess I knew that all along. What about like k equals 5? Jesus Christ, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That does not have any reasonable decomposition, does it? Yeah, it's this. Yeah, it's equivalent to being a Hypotenuse. There's a really dumb thing you could do where you try to you could try the following algorithm, which is, I start with a thing like this, and if this thing is not prime, that means there's certain bad 3 mod 4 prime factors. And what you can do is you can add those prime factors to here, and that will increase, it'll augment the number by some amount, which includes a certain bad factor that you want. And those will give more. No, that's awful. Hang on, that's terrible. If there's a bad prime factor in here and I add it to here, then I'm forcing the resulting thing, which is always 1 mod 4, to have another bad prime factor, and it won't be one of the existing ones. Because if it was, then lifting really? Suppose there's a bad p here. If I add it in, then I get a factor of p and some other 3 mod 4 prime factor. The 3 mod 4 prime factor has to be old. Or it has to be new. So I have a new prime factor I need to add in. Doesn't this prove there's no even solutions? Am I insane, or is that a proof that there's no even solutions? K is 2 to the m times alpha is mel. Wait, I think this is... Wait, what did I just do? I feel like I just proved there's no even solutions, which is really bad news, if so. Yeah, because this number is... No, it's not. This is 1 mod 4. How many bad primes? 7 and 11 are the 2 bad primes, right? No. It won't be no even. No, it's still possible there are even solutions, but it feels unlikely to me. Okay. I see. Because the thing is, you have 2 primes that are... No, it doesn't make any sense. What the heck? You get new primes that haven't been seen before at that level. They come out of, oh no. Yeah, okay. I think we should drop the even approach. Yeah, I think we should drop the k-even approach, because I am pretty convinced that either I can prove there's no even solutions, or at least I don't expect any to exist based on this heuristic argument. Where if there's a bad prime, you need to add it, that introduces a new bad prime. So we actually, much to my surprise, we actually have to focus on odd k. So now I'm really lost, because what am I supposed to do with odd? Holy shoot. Because I don't know how to factor any of the numbers. How am I supposed to show the sum of squares? Like, does k equals 5 work? It doesn't, right? 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 1. This was basically a spoiler. Okay. Oh, sorry. I really thought when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this has to be it. This is just gonna work. And then I'm like, oh no, it's only off by a little. And then I started thinking more about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure there's no even solutions. Because unless you get super lucky and like this number has a repeated factor, I think you can. Once you start pushing that proof, you get a proof that. I don't know if it's exactly a proof. I think there might be a way where they might line up exactly, but there's absolutely no way that we would be able to verify that by hand. Okay. Yeah, like, how do you factor any of these numbers though? That's a problem. Like, I don't. Knowing a number of the sum of squares is saying that every 3 mod 4 prime factor appears with even multiplicity. I think if we're going to go k odd, our best bet is to look at primes. Right, because you don't want a lot of factors. Is that true? I think you don't want a lot of factors, because if there's a lot of factors, there's more ways that things can get messed up. So if I like to let k equals... k has to be divisible by 3, because we do need the factor of 3. If I get k be like 3 times the prime, what happens? It's just like, I don't know what can you say about primes dividing 1000 to the p minus 1 over 1000 minus 1? It tells you that the order of 1000 is p exactly. So you get only 1 mod p primes. But that has nothing to do with the primes mod 4. Yeah, I don't know how... I think there's a way that there could be an even solution, like on theory, but there is no way we would be able to verify it in practice anyways. So I think that like cannot be the approach, because it would require us to factor like enormous numbers to look for a very specific coincidence that I don't think is... that I honestly don't think exists. What is the mat under your mouse? I bought this when I was in Taiwan. It's, this is a character from Data Live. Her name is Kurimi Tokisaki. Huang-san. Oh, this is bad news. Okay. Maybe we're all getting baited and this is gonna be like some random factoring thing. So this number we have good reason to, I think, this number we have reason to believe is often prime. Heuristically, we expect this number to be prime like reasonably often. The problem is, I don't know how the heck you would prove that. Oh. Like, I think even if we can't prove there's no even solutions, I think either there are no even solutions, which is what I expect, or there exists one, but there's no way that we could find it without computing tools. Oh, just don't worry about the Mohs sequence. Might the sequence just never be prime? I think you meant to write of. Off of, and then you typoed, right? I can tell. Okay, anyways. I feel like there's no way the sequence happens to never be prime. Like, or be prime only, almost never prime. I think it's almost certainly the case that this is prime for infinitely many values of p, but I don't think this is something that we would be easily able to prove. Oh no. What a great start to the stream. No. What do I do? I mean, we could also go the other way and like try to pick a lot of factors, but I feel like you run into like, if there's a bad prime, you need to repair it. But when you repair it, like, if suppose there's a bad prime q in here, well, then really there's two bad primes at least. And so then you need to add both of them into the exponent. And now you have a gazillion more factors, and those probably spawn bad primes. So, like, for the same reason we thought there were probably no even solutions, I think it's unlikely that we can get a solution by having really composite numbers as well. Right? So what am I supposed to do? Oh crap. Yeah, I have no idea. This is bad. So here's the thing. The density of integers which are sums of two squares, the arithmetic density approaches 0. Like, for sufficiently large integers n, like most integers are not the sum of two squares. So but these numbers are not really generic numbers, right? Because any prime which divides this is a 1 mod p prime, which is, I mean, okay, but oh, we're so screwed. Yeah, that's it. It's just like you really need to use something about the exact form of the number. I wonder if I can do something like. I think this might just be algebra. I'm starting to feel like there is no chance that I'm gonna be able to prove a useful number theoretic approach. Which means I need to find some random identity, if that's the case. Ten equals 3 squared plus 1. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So maybe there's something going on in general with x squared plus 1 to the n minus 1 over x. This number being prime sometimes. We agreed that n equals 3 is the solution, right? When n equals 3, what do I get? X to the 6 plus... Oh yeah. Hi Eknarwala. Eknarwala comes to the stream quite often. Let's say hi. he's Wait, I'm being stupid. Sorry, we agreed n equals 1 was the solution. Because, wait, what? No, what? Hang on. N equals to 1000 minus 333, is that a solution? It's 3q times 30. No, 333 is not a solution. What am I talking about? Wait, am I being a dumb? I think I'm being a dumb. No, 333 is fine. It's 3 squared times 37. Thank you, Black Blue Car, for 10 months. Yeah, 333 is fine. I just got confused. I thought 53 was divisible by 27. Do like 1000 as the sum of squares. Thank you, Colin Keeve M, for 2 months. I agree that 1000 is a sum of two squares. Hmm. 10 to the n equals 27a squared plus 12. That's an optimistic claim. Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Because n equals 3 is the only one we have. I really thought this doubling argument would just work. It doesn't. No, I don't think there's a unique solution. How do we find an odd solution? Can't. Because I can't control any of these factors. I can't control any of the factors. And. This is sad. Oh no. I don't think I'm gonna get this today. It's sad because I'm pretty sure there should be odd solutions because the cyclotomic values like this tend to give you primes. It's not really possible for them to keep decomposing. But I think there's gotta be open, right? Rep units being prime should just be open. Like in any base. Is that true? It's equivalent to... I don't see why the hypotenuse thing would help. Sorry. I'm sorry to report that Wolverine Alpha has failed. The original problem was raised with the hypotenuse. Actually, okay. I gotta ask now, because is the following claim true? So I think this statement should be true. Maybe. I think this is maybe true. I don't know how you would prove it. That it seems infeasible. But what is the status of this known? Okay, actually now I'm curious. Are rep units ever? Well, okay, this is not true. I think. Wait, okay. This is just false, I think. This is false. Sorry, this is... It's conjectured this is true if B is not a perfect power. Which is exactly the case we need. Okay, that's bad news, actually. Really? Okay, well, now that's even worse. So, there's the conjecture that... So, apparently it's true that if B is if B is a perfect power, there's at most one value for which this is prime, which I'm very confused by. Really? Why? See, I'm not even using Oh man, we're so screwed. Oh, everything's false. Light the world on fire! Oh, we're so screwed. Oh no. We're so screwed. With 50 squared. That number squared is like 110899 or whatever, right? Wait, okay. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, something's wrong. I don't see how I'm supposed to do this without matrices. The only thought I had was that if x is a generic 3 mod 4 number, or if like you let q be a 3 mod 4 prime, this is not really related though. Actually, I don't think there's any way this works. I think this won't work for Q3 mod 4. And even if it does work, I mean that just confirms that Q equals 3 is a solution. How am I supposed to control the factors? Yeah. Can someone check the problem statement? Because it just feels off to me. Like, I mean, I don't think they'd. Well, I don't think you get a problem statement wrong, but. Like, I think the only things that seem feasible to me right now are either some sort of like indirect existence proof. You argue that like I don't know how it would look, but something that's not direct, or it's some algebraic identity. I think it's Brazil's TST. Maybe not. I got nothing. Oh man. Can we just surrender and move on? I want to check the pawn statement is correct first. Let me just find it myself. Oh, okay, we have it. Proof exists. It's not in English. If in a numeral stuff form, say yeah, that seems to translate. Yeah, that looks correct. Wait, how do you do this though? What the heck? This is a 4 problem test. It's not even a 3 problem test. Wait, so it has to be an algebraic identity, right? There's no density argument that fits That's like a... What? So it has to be an identity. What identity would it be? Oh! Okay. Okay. Guys. Guys. Guys, we've been doing the wrong problem. No! 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 Guys, that is not how the Pythagorean theorem works! Friends! You sent me on a wild goose chase! Guys! I hate this! Guys! No! Guys! Why? 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 No! 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 Oh my god. Alright, we're done now. Okay. So what you do is that now all of these are squared, so all the bad prime factors appear here with even multiplicity, and then these are random 1 mod 4 prime factors, so it's just fine. And okay. Let's go on. Alright. Alright, what did we say we're doing next? It was tied between the N3 and the inequality, right? Okay, let's do the N3.
Discord.
I think we probably will solve the inequality. Or solve the N3 and then we can do the inequality. After that we can play some recursed. Okay. I feel validated. I thought I was just missing something. Because usually I get lots of problems in the stream and then I look at the solution and I'm like, oh crap, that was dumb. But today I was just like, I just feel like something's wrong. Like this can't be what the problem asked. And I was right. So now I don't look stupid.